Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Stukeley Meadows Primary School. This is Peter here, and I read Kick for you recently, and I just wanted to thank all you Year Sixes in Julie's class and Angela's class for your beautiful, beautiful card. And I'm really very touched that you've sent me this card. I've never had so many letters before telling me that my work has been enjoyed by so many people. And I'm really, really glad. I'm going to thank you each individually, if I may. Here's this wonderful card, which seems to be showing backwards, actually, in my screen here. But I suppose when you see it, it'll be the right way around. And of course, this is only Julie's class. Sadly, Angela's class didn't fit into it. But anyway, you're all just as important. So here we go. Thank you very, very much. Alex, Ollie, Sophia, Tom C, Elijah, and Jake. And you're absolutely right, Jake. I did mispronounce Barca and Barker. I said Barker, and well, of course, that's wrong. And it should be Barca, and well noticed. And I think a couple of other people also saw that I'd made that mistake. It's probably because I'm not really a football appreciator. I don't follow football in the same way, although some of you asked whether I had my own team that I supported. And I suppose if I did, I probably would support Liverpool, because the children of friends of mine all seem to support Liverpool, and I see quite a few of you support Liverpool as well. So Jake, well noticed. And thank you also Leah and Patrick and Luca and Vishal and George C, Georgia and Zach and Tom W, George R, Julia, Isabella, Jasmine, Malik, Bella, and Matty. Ruby, you asked me whether I liked football and what team I support. Well, that was a good question. And I think I answered it already, but maybe I ought to start taking a greater interest there. And thank you, Sebastian and Maya and Georgina and Lily and Heather. And in Angela's class, thank you, Rowan. Thank you, Isabel A. You've asked if I would please read you another book. Well, I'll be delighted to do that if you could think of something that you would all like to do. I think as far as Alex B is concerned, thank you for your letter, Alex. You didn't think the book was so great. You would have preferred a comedy. But okay, so next time, perhaps they'll choose a comedy for me to read to you. And thank you, Theo and Rebecca and Freddie and Ewan and Ben and Alex B again. And Evie and Gabia and Priska, or is it Prisa, and Damien. Damien, you asked what was the favorite part of the book for me. And I have to say that I liked the part where he helped his uncle, because although his uncle was a bad man, perhaps, I think the circumstances that they were in was so very difficult. It would be so difficult to lead a straight path in a society like that, I think. Don't you think? Thank you, Algie and Matthew H, who liked when the dragon was slain. He thought that was the best part. Quite a few of you liked that, actually. And I must admit, that was also one of the parts that I liked, because he was a pretty nasty piece of work, wasn't he? That dreadful dragon man. And he had his comeuppance, as they say. Well, jolly good show for that. And thank you, Janet and Joe Dobbs and Conrad and Connor, Summer, Dominic, Nathaniel. Nathaniel, you asked me which team I would support. I'll go with Liverpool, even though I'm not really a fanatic about football. I actually prefer watching tennis, but there you go. And who else? Who have I left out? Finley and Lenny and Ethan and Lauren and Austin and Robert H. And here's a name that I find very difficult to pronounce. I may have made some mistakes with some of your other names as well. Please forgive me. Nobody's been able to tell me how to say them, but is it Negus or Nigus or Wigus or Wigus? You'll have to write me another letter and tell me, because I'm not sure. It's a very unusual name, very Latin sounding, very Roman. And thank you also, Stanley, and last of all, Jessie. Really, it was great. I enjoyed so much reading for you. And I thank Julie, who arranged it with me, and for her help, and for this wonderful card, again, that you've sent me. And I don't know whether you know this, but she also gave me a very, very precious bar of men's soap for me to keep clean with, which is very nice. It's my favorite soap, actually. And thank you all, and good luck. And I hope that the summer is going to bring you lots and lots of new and exciting things, and that the lockdown will end soon, and that you will all soon be back to completely normal and not have to do all these distancings and mask wearings and all the things that we've had to all do in the last year. And I'm also glad that you got a great deal out of the book as well and learned about Indonesia. Okay, my dears, thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen of the Stukeley Meadows Primary School. Lots of love from me, Peter.